Hello, welcome to part 2 of the Let's Play of A Link to the Past, a randomized version. Last time we tried the first dungeon of this game, but since all the items are in different places, we didn't find the bow, so we couldn't progress in the first dungeon. We had to quit it. Oops. Those are annoying. Let me first get some health, so we can stop that annoying beeping. Okay, there we go. So in the last dungeon we needed a bow, because we needed to defeat some enemies in the last room for the boss. And since we didn't get the bow, we were kind of forced to look around a little more. And now we are in the second dungeon, because we did get the book, which is very nice. So now I hope there are some nice items on this dungeon that let us progress a little further. Okay, let's see what's in this chest. It's the compass. Well, we do have a small door key, so let's go through the locked door here on the room here. That room there, and hopefully we're gonna get the big key so we can open the big chest and see what's inside there, because usually in the normal not randomized version of the game there are some power gloves in the chest of this dungeon. Oops. And because they are randomized, I don't think the power gloves are going to be there, but maybe the bow or something else which we need. So let's quickly check it out. I am glad that I did get the running shoes. That makes this a lot quicker. Okay. Let's see what's in the big chest. And try to avoid these lasers, which are very, very, very annoying. Okay. Now let's see what we get. And we got bombs, which is kind of sucky. So we won't be able to finish this dungeon, and I'm going to show you why. Because normally, oops, let's avoid the quicksand guy. Okay. Normally you go outside here. Okay, normally you go outside and you get to this point, and the boss is behind here in the center of this dungeon, but we can't get to it because we need to lift these rocks, and we can't because we need those power gloves that we didn't get in this dungeon. So foiled again, and we're gonna search. Oops. Let's avoid those guys. So what we're gonna do, first get some health back. Okay. Okay, look. We have the flippers, the bottom on the bottom there, the blue Zora flippers, and normally we don't get those yet. So what we can do is we can try to see what we get at the Zora's domain by going into the back entrance of the Zora's domain. But before we do that, we need to farm a little money, some rupees, because we need 400, or was it 500? But I think at least 400 rupees to get the item from the Zora King. So first, I'm gonna farm some rupees, and it's relatively easy to do early on in the game. Later on there are better spots for farming rupees. But this is the best part in the early on in the game to do so. Okay, got rid of those guys. So, what you do is you go to the village. Oops. Attracted some unwanted attention there. Thankfully they're really dumb. So you go to Kakariko village, which is just above here. And we go all the way to the top. And we were here in the last playthrough. But the cave at the top is also a very nice place to farm some rupees. So I'm gonna need, I think, at least 400 rupees. But let me show you. It might be 500, so I'm going to do 500. But I'm not gonna show you all that. I'm just gonna show you where to find those rupees. So here, 2 pots with blue rupees. And here are 2 pots with blue rupees. And they have 5 rupees each. So that's 20 rupees. So I'm gonna do this again and again and again, and then I'm gonna come back to you when I have 500 rupees. So just a moment. There we are again. Through the magic of editing, I now have 504 rupees. And we're ready to go to the Zora domain. So we're gonna leave the village again. Go the same route we came. First we go to Link's house. Link's house is north and then to the east of here. And when you get to Link's house, I normally go, you can go either down here or to the right. I'm gonna show you this route. Because you need to get to the lake. Then, because we have the Zora flippers, we can swim here. Just avoiding the energy from the Zoras. Hey, there's the lamp. But we have the fire rod, so really we don't need the lamp anymore. But it's good to know where it is. And if we dive in here, we can go to the Zora fountain. So let's do that. These are really nice, these Zora warps. Okay. We just go up here. And we hear the Zora waterfall already. There are a lot of Zoras in here, so really be careful to avoid the energy from them. Once you get them on dry land or the shallow water, they're not so bad, but when they're in the deep water, they're very dangerous because they shoot energy. And normally you have to navigate this shallow water maze to get there, because you can't walk in the deep water yet, because we don't normally have the flippers. But because we have them, it's no problem. You can just go to the guy, and he should be here. And he tells you he needs 500 rupees to get the item. So we give it to them. And normally we get the flippers, but now we get... Hey, we get the power glove, which is nice. Okay, so we can finish the second dungeon now, which is what I'm gonna do. But first, Let me check. There should be a piece of heart here nearby. Cool. Normally I think here's a piece of heart here, but now it's the mirror. And we need this mirror here to return from the dark world. So that is handy to have. Okay, let's go down here. Okie dokie. And let's return to the second dungeon. Oops. See, now we can lift those stones, which is nice. Let's avoid that guy for the moment. A little low on health. But that should be no problem. Just avoid these guys. Oops. See how annoying they are? But not as annoying as that beeping. Let's see, what was here? Was there a fairy here or something? Okay, we can buy some health. Ah, we don't have enough rupees. Okay. Bad idea. Close to our house anyway, so we're gonna get some health there. So we don't die. Oops. The cool thing is these guys never follow you into your house. It's as if you magically disappear before their very eyes. And they don't remember anything when you leave the house again. That was the lovely way of classic video games. Okay. So now I'm going to return to the second dungeon. And because we have the power gloves now, we can lift the rocks. We could even go to the third dungeon if we wanted. But I like trying to see what happens when we try to do these things in order as much as possible. Okay. Okay, the cool thing about this is that now we can lift these things, these large rocks as well. And there should be some nice secrets under here. There we go. And this is also a very nice place to farm rupees. Which will come in handy. Oh, here's nothing interesting for me. So now let's go to the second dungeon and try to complete it. It would be very nice because we haven't completed a single dungeon yet. Let's try to avoid these guys. Oh yeah, we need the book, of course. La. Okay. Good. Let's watch that guy. And we're in again. Switch to the boomerang. And I hope we get to the boss in one piece. Avoid the lasers. Avoid these quicksand guys. A little more health. And we're off. So we go to the bottom room here. And now, because we have the power glove, we can enter the main dungeon. And there we go. Avoid those lasers. the one. And this one isn't. This little part is annoying because these tiles keep flying. So what I do is I normally just stand at the doorway. And since this can be a little bit tedious to watch for a Let's Play, I'll just fast forward here. Okay, they're done. We fast forwarded. And we get a key. Let's see if the other pots hold anything. Okay. Let me check the map quickly. Okay. Yeah. So if we go here, we have a staircase. And now we are to the floor where the boss is. Which is very handy. Oops. That was not so handy. Try to avoid these lasers. Okay. This part's a little tricky. If you walk around the lasers, they don't pose that much of a problem. Oops. And I'm dead. Well, that sucked. Let's try that again. Let's be a little more careful. Thank God we don't have to do all that again. Not going so well. I think we can kill these guys by bombing them. So let's try that. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. I have to play a little bit more carefully. Let's be careful around those lasers. They're really annoying. Let's find a key for that door. There it is. Okay. Okay, now we have another one of those rooms, the flying tiles. So I'm gonna fast forward this again. Okay. Little tip with those flying tiles: if you hold down your sword like this, you stand at the doorway, even the tiles that come from the side, which normally hit you when you try the doorway trick, will not hurt you. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the boss should be in the next room. Oh yeah, I remember what we have to do. There's a little guy there, but he's not going to pose any problems for us. We can't beat him because we don't have the bow and arrow yet, but what we can do, we have to light these 4 candle things. And we don't have the lamp. Normally we do that with the lamp, but we do have the fire rod, so we should be able to light them all at once. And that moves the wall down further to the corridor, so we can get to the boss. So let's avoid that pink guy, because we can't defeat him. And go to the boss. Okay. This should be fun. After I beat them, I think this Let's Play is done. And the trick to this boss is to stand directly in front or behind of those little piles, because as you see, all the dirt which hurts you is going diagonally. Doing really nice. Okay. Okay, that's one down. That makes it a little easier. And we got our first pendant, which is nice. Making progress, finally. So what we're gonna do in the next Let's Play is go to the third dungeon. Alrighty. So, in the next Let's Play, we're gonna go to the third dungeon and we're gonna try to find our entrance to the Dark World. And I hope you've enjoyed this second Let's Play, and leave a comment or a like down below. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.